All right, so we're all loaded up. We've left our caravan at Hamelin Station, and yeah, I think it's like $15 a night to keep it there, so that's better than yeah, leaving it somewhere where you don't know it's going to be safe. We've got the swags on the roof, we're all good to go. We've got our chairs, we've got everything, we've got water bladders full, we've got fuel full, we've got water on the backs full, all the stuff. The whole back is chockers full of food. We're going for 9 nights on Dirk Hartog and 1 night at Shelter Bay at Steep Point before we get on the barge and shoot over. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. We've been wanting to do this for a couple of years now. We came here a few years ago and just did Steep Point with some friends, and we thought, oh, that'd be so awesome to go over and do it. So the time has come. The weather's looking a bit ordinary, but I think it should be clearing up in the next couple of days. So hopefully we'll get over there, and yeah, it should be nice and fine for us. But yeah, long road in. It's about 150 k's, I think, until you get to the turnoff or the T intersection to go up to Steep Point. But yeah, the road starts off like this, but then gets pretty cruddy straight away. So pressures, tyres down, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, should be a good drive.
So we're about 100 k's along the useless loop road, and it was pretty corrugated. It's probably a lot more chopped up than it was when we were here a few years ago. So yeah, pretty rough. We did let the tyres down a little bit further back because it was getting quite corrugated, but we just kind of let the old 60 seconds of air out. So Mark's just checking now sort of what they're sitting at, and he's actually letting them down a little bit more because we're about to get to a part where it's a little bit more sandy. Yeah, weather's not great. It's a bit rainy and gross, which isn't so nice. Doesn't make the trip feel as good, but we're hoping by tomorrow when we go across on the barge it should be a little bit nicer. But anyway, getting there. It is a bit of a long trek out here. Not something you'd bring the caravan on, that's for certain. But yeah, we're getting closer.
Let's go!
Up around, there's like a bit more of a T intersection, and you turn, which you can see, Mark will show you where we turned towards Shelter Bay. You start to hit the soft, sandier track, and we remember from last time there's a few really brutal sand dunes to get over, which can be pretty tough. Hey?
Yeah, they're just really long and
yeah.
On an incline, so it's just, if it's soft, it's just like really sort of, yeah, you got to sort of just gun it. But
and
then there's
big
really
sort of divots.
Corrugated, like they're not even they're like whoops, like motorbike whoops. So,
but you don't have any choice but to hit them fast, because otherwise you can't get the momentum to get up the hill. So.
Yeah, I think last time we tried it, it took us a couple of 1 or 2 chops, and then we realised how bad it was. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how it is today.
Yeah,
but we're almost there, so we'll see what it's like.
See how they go, and then once you get past that, the rest of it's pretty hard ground and
it's
easy.
Pretty sailing after that, so
just more corrugations.
All
right, cool. Let's do it. Get them over and done with.
That's it.
So we made it through the worst of it. The next bit here, you pop down onto the beach and just drive along the beachfront for a bit. But as soon as we got over the dune here and came down, spotted this massive fin and tail out in the water. Mark's just got the drone out now, and there is a massive, great big shark out there.
Black tip.
A black tip, you reckon?
Like a black tip.
Yeah. They're just cruising around in the water.
About 2 meters long.
There's another dude just hanging out here fishing with his up to his waist. So don't think he spotted it. But yeah, that's pretty cool. The wildlife is out and about. Probably won't be able to see it here, but it's kind of there somewhere across the water. We'll chuck some drone footage up. But here's old mate down here having a little fish. Oblivious to the fact that that's hanging out over there. But the weather's not great, but the water is beautiful.
And sharkable.
Amazing. What do you reckon? Sharkable?
Shark.
Mark's got the drone out there. He's checking it out. So that'll be
That's
some
a
cool
big old
footage.
shark.
That is a big old shark.
Yeah. It's only in like 2 foot of water too, so he's like bellies must be scraping along the ground.
Yeah. Don't know what he's doing in there, but
He's lost.
he is lost.
Oh,
So we've got to head down that way now, across the beach and around that tip. So we're getting there. So it's come right up into the shore here. We've just come along the beach a bit further, and it's quite literally almost beach itself on the shore.
Starfish.
It's very cool. Well, that was pretty cool, hey?
Yeah. Don't see that every day.
Aye. I don't know what was going on with him, but he was really coming in nice and shallow.
Yeah.
Starfish
Yeah, look at this.
everywhere. I remember this from last time we came
Yeah,
here.
except last time they were all white dead ones. Look at them all.
So many starfish.
359,000. 350.
There's like 359,000 starfish here.
That's a lot of starfish.
Whoa! Look at all those things just hanging.
Ooh, I'm not going to pick it up as
All right, we'll continue on. It's not too much further now to the campground or to the ranger station. Check in there and then head to the campground.
I think ideally, if you want to come here, do it after it's rained for a bit because the tracks are just rock hard.
Yeah, it's a bit easier than last time we
Yeah.
came, I'm sure.
Last time we had a fair bit of effort trying to get up some of these bigger dunes because it was soft and fluffy, but now it's hard and compact. So.
Yeah, it's good.
So time it right.
Time it right.
That's what we did.
That's cool. All right, let's do it. Get to the camp. All right, so we've just come through the ranger station. You literally just go in, say who you are, they check that you've booked, tell you where your campsite is. We've got a little package here, that information to go over to Dirk Hartog Island, so that's cool. And we're just heading now to our campsite to see where we're setting up for the night, because we'll just camp here overnight and then we'll head on the barge tomorrow morning.
Yeah. So we're in Turtle 1, and did you say that there's turtles still nesting here at the
Yeah,
moment?
she said there's still turtles nesting,
So that's pretty cool. We'll go and check that out, see if we can't
definitely
find
have
some.
to check that out. I
Take
think
the
at
spotlight
night
out
time,
tonight,
yeah,
yeah.
night time you might see some little babies trying to work their way down to the water. So yeah, we'll just trek on, see where we're camping. It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah, and the weather's starting to clear up.
A little bit. Beautiful.
Look at the colour of the water.
And that's without the sun. Yeah, some good sand dunes over there on the island. How cool. This is where we're camping tonight, guys.
Looks so cool.
Right here, right on the water. That's so cool.
So that's where the swags are going to go.
Just there.
The kids
We made it out to Steep Point. It's pretty cool. So not far from Shelter Bay Campground, it's about 9 k's out on a dirt track, and you get out here to the most westerly part of Australia, of the mainland. Pretty easy, good way to come out. There's camp spots out here that you can camp at. There's some fishermen down the back there that are doing some balloon fishing off the cliffs there, which is probably a bit of fun. A bit too hardcore for our liking, but hey. We came out here a few years ago as well, and it was much better weather than this, but it's still gorgeous to look at, even though it's overcast. We did have to wait for the rain to stop. We kind of watched a few storm clouds come through, bit of rain, but then managed to get out and get a bit of footage. So
yeah, beautiful blue ocean too.
Yeah.
Like just absolutely gorgeous. You can see, you might be able to see there, but wherever the sun shines on it, it's just so blue.
yeah,
So
definitely worth
gorgeous.
the trip out here. It's a bit of an eerie feeling, being right on the most westerly point. That's really cool. Definitely worth the visit if you get a chance.
Tick it off the list.
For sure.
How's the Serenity?
Yay!
Big F-off black cloud up there that's not looking too good. So once again, the rain is not on our side, but it's a good spot. Good little setup if we weren't getting about to get rained on. Nice water here. So we leave from a bit further up there tomorrow morning. Anyway, we'll see how the night goes.
Scary.
We got some chicken fajitas on the menu tonight.
Fajitas.
Are they?
Yeah.
Fajitas.
Fajitas.
It says fajita on the packet. Alright, chicken fajitas on the go tonight. One good thing about being married to Kate is that she is super organised. So all the dinner's already sorted, already cryovacked. She's just awesome at doing stuff like that. So that's really good. We just pretty much got to chuck them in the pan, cook them up. Just running the induction cooktop, so we don't have to worry about gas or anything like that with this windy conditions. Really good. Anyway, so we're getting the cook on now while it's still a bit of light left, because it looks like the weather's going to be a bit ordinary tonight. So we'll get it sorted, get the kids sorted, and then we can just jump into bed and hopefully it all passes over. But anyway.
Yeah.
Meal
Hope for better
prep.
better weather in the morning.
Yeah, meal
Yeah.
prep.
Just cryovac your stuff. It's ready to go. That was just the chicken, onion and capsicum just all chopped up and then just added the mix and we were good, eh?
Yeah, that's it. Cook it up,
Perfect.
chuck it on some wraps, and you got chicken fajitas. Anyway,
You're an idiot.
yummy. The old standing stuffs. That's alright.
I'm good at these things, eh?
I just devoured one of them, they're awesome. Super easy, and then leftover stuff, and chuck on wraps tomorrow for lunch. Perfect. Yummo.
All right, well, we made it through the night.
That was shocking.
That was horrendous.
Yeah, it wasn't the best night by any stretch. It was
No.
very windy, and we had rain coming in and all that sort of stuff. So
It was so windy. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe how windy. Like, I basically was getting rocked in my swag because
Yeah.
the wind was getting under it and it was just kind of rocking.
you so pretty much packed all the gazebo and all the awning and all that, and not gazebo, the awning and all the
Yeah.
sides up. Like
We
before
did that
we even
like
went to bed, yeah, and then it
yesterday
just
afternoon.
came up pretty strong. Turned the car around and tried to block the swags a bit, but anyway, the kids slept like a log. So
Yeah,
I don't
they
know
did.
how they just
They were perfectly
they're
fine.
resilient, so that's good. But yeah, so that's
Yeah, certainly wouldn't go.
that'll be the last bad night.
Yeah, we
From
put
here on in,
wouldn't
we're
put
good.
that up as one of our favourite camping nights. That's for certain. That was pretty terrible.
Yeah, it was ordinary.
But anywho, we're all packed up. We're sitting here waiting for the barge to come now to take us across to Dirk Hartog. That's exciting.
That's exciting, and the sun's out.
Sun's out today.
A little bit breezy, but that's all right. The sun is out.
Yeah, so that's cool. Anywho, let's see how this goes. I can't see the barge. It's nowhere in sight. We're meant to be picked up in 10 minutes, so that could be interesting. We shall see.
Let's go.
All right, so after our big delay, about 5 hours, we've waited for the barge. We've done some fishing. The boys caught some nice fish.
I caught a big fish, like that big. And I caught the little salmon.
He caught a nice trevally, and Ari down here caught a nice flathead. So it wasn't too bad. I can think of worse places to have to hang out and waste some time. Had some lunch, just sort of chilled out. So the barge is coming over now, bringing its first lot over from DH, and we'll start taking the trips back. So we're going to be second to go over, and then we've got the big drive up to the top of the island. So looking forward to it. It's finally coming. Yeah! Woohoo! Woo!
You would have been good. You were like this. What is next to us?
All right, our turn to go on, kiddies.
Giddy up.
Woohoo! Finally!
Going on.
We're going on! Left hand down. I am filming you, dude. Do you mind? Inscription Gin. Not really the most ideal pack up this morning. We had a bit of a clear in the weather and we thought we're going to get a good day. And then this massive rain cloud's just come across. The kids were up on the dunes and they could see it coming.
Alright, so in typical us fashion, looked like it was going to start raining. And as you can see out there, it looks a bit ordinary. And we've been rained on twice now in 2 nights, so we thought, bugger it, we're going to chuck the awning up, chuck the sides on. It's a little bit breezy, but with the way we've put the car, is it's sort of blocking most of that breeze anyway, so it's not too bad. Doesn't really do it justice, but it's quite steep down here. So I think coming back up is going to be fun.